This week in the news, the city announced that it would break ground on 1,100 new affordable housing units at Willets Point in 2020 that will include more than 200 apartments allocated for residents making $17,000 to $35,000. The site will also include public open space, a 450-seat elementary school, and retail space. Quote, "The city has immediate, desperate needs for affordable housing units and school seats, especially here in Queens," Queens Borough President Melinda Katz said. This agreement to build 100% affordable housing at Willets Point is the right plan at the right time. The mayor's office announced that there will be a task force that includes Katz and Councilman Francisco Moya to determine the community's needs at the site. In other news, the Queens Jewish Community Council held its annual legislative breakfast on February 4th at Kew Gardens, Young Israel. During the event, the council's incoming board members and president Michael Nussbaum was sworn in. Keynote speaker Stuart Applebaum, who is the president of the Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union, discussed the need for stronger unions in the United States. Quote, "We should recommit ourselves to advancing the rights of all people," he said. "People must look at what drives their faith and see how it relates to responsibility." And Governor Andrew Cuomo announced this week that a special election to fill 11 vacant seats in the state legislature, including the assembly seat previously held by Councilman Francisco Moya, will be held on April 24th. In November, Moya won the race for the City Council's District 21 seat, replacing Julissa Ferraz Copeland, who opted not to run for re-election. Two Democrats have already announced their bids for Moya's seat: Catalina Cruz, the former chief of staff for Ferraz Copeland, and Arita Espinal, a former Moya staffer and district leader. This week's Queens Tribune news video was sponsored by Zwenger Persiri Radiology, located at 231-35 Merrick Boulevard in Laurelton.